Hi friends, it's Teacher Laura here. Today I want to read you a book and then I want to do something fun with you afterwards. The book I'm going to read you today is called Down to the Sea with Mr. Magee and it is written and illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. Mr. Magee and his little dog Dee loved spending time in their boat on the sea. So early one morning at 6:32, they made a decision. That's just what they do. Right after breakfast, Magee packed a lunch, sandwiches, carrots, a thermos of punch, a big box of raisins, some sweet pickled beets, chocolate chip cookies, and crunchy dog treats. With plans for the day and enough lunch for 3, they hopped in the car and drove down to the sea. The pair left the dock at 7 o'clock and motored their way around Eagle Egg Rock. They passed by the lighthouse and by the old wreck, with Magee at the wheel and Dee on the deck. You can see Dee right up there at the very front of the boat. They suddenly spied off the bow to the east a big pot of whales. There were 50 at least, splashing about in the bright morning sun, feasting on shrimp and sardines by the ton. But one little whale, who had eaten his fill, munching on minnows and plankton and krill, was bored with his breakfast, and since he was through, he swam off in search of something to do. You can see him right there. Now, Dee and Magee in their boat on the bay didn't notice the whale that was heading their way. They were watching the other whales put on a show, and soon that young whale was directly below. From under the sea, the little whale spied Magee and Dee's boat, but not them inside. He longed for adventure, he wanted to play, so he bumped at the boat in a most friendly way. Then the whale placed his blowhole directly below, and ever so gently, he started to blow. Now I wonder what's going to happen when he starts to blow. Magee saw the bubbles. He felt the boat sway. Then up went the boat on a fountain of spray. Higher and higher the little boat flew, as harder and harder that little whale blew. Then the whale blew a blast, as hard as he could, much harder, in fact, than a little whale should. And that final blast blew the boat up into the sky, first 30, then 40, then 50 feet high. Oh my goodness. The boat kept on rising, but it didn't stop there. Wind hit it hard, and it flew through the air. Dee and Magee sailed over the sea, when all of a sudden, they got stuck in a tree. So there they were, stranded, Magee and his pup, in the top of a spruce 60-something feet up. Now that must have been a powerful blast of water and wind to get them all the way up there. From their perch in the sky, the two watched in dismay as the whale far below swam swiftly away. Magee was downhearted. Just what could he do? They seemed hopelessly stuck. But little Dee knew the secret to get the boat safely unpinned was to rock back and forth and wait for the wind. So they rocked and they rocked for an hour or so, but the boat didn't budge because the wind didn't blow. Just when they thought they'd be stuck there all night, they spotted far off a spectacular sight. I wonder what it is they see coming. Away in the distance, across the blue bay, the whales, all 50, were heading their way. They swam through the water in one long straight row and gathered around the small, island below. Magee looked down at the circle of whales surrounding the island and raising their tails. He felt a bit nervous, a little bit tense, when all of a sudden, it made perfect sense. "They're trying to save us," he shouted with glee. "Hold on, Dee, hold on as tight as can be." I wonder how they're going to save them and get them down. Their tails slapped down with a thunderous crash, which in turn created a super high splash that covered the island and raced up the tree and dislodged the boat and set them both free. Do you see how they did that? They splashed so hard that the water splashed them right out of the tree. Oh, Dee was so happy. She let out a yelp. Magee tipped his hat to the whales for their help. "Thank you, my friends, for saving the day." Then they all waved goodbye and the whales swam away. On the way home, little Dee had a thought. What about all of the food they had brought? In all the excitement, they ate not a bite. So they saved it and had it for dinner that night. And you can see them inside eating their dinner. And that looks like the picnic basket they must have brought with them. The end. I just love this story. So, with all this talk about them packing a picnic and bringing a lunch, it got me thinking that it's such a beautiful day outside today. It might be fun to pack a picnic and go outside and have a picnic lunch. So I actually packed my picnic lunch and I want to show you what I brought. Would you like to see what I put inside my basket? All right. So I brought some carrots because that's what Magee brought in his basket. I also brought a yummy sun butter sandwich. They are just my favorite. I also brought a banana and an orange. And my favorite part, I'm going to save this for last though. This is my special treat. Oh, it smells so good. I can't wait to show you. You ready? A cookie for dessert, and look at how big this cookie is. I might have to break it in half and save some. Right, I brought that. And also, I thought I might need napkins and a plate. So I'm gonna bring those too. And what do you think I should bring to sit on? I guess I could sit right on the ground, but I think I'm gonna bring a little picnic blanket. So I'm gonna put that, since my basket's big enough, right inside my basket. And this is what I'm gonna bring. Also, whenever you're going outside, what do you wanna put on your skin? Sunscreen. I'll put a little bit of sunscreen in there too. And I got two more things. I've got my hat to protect me from the sun. Mr. Magee also wore a hat in this book. And my camera in case I see something fun. I live so close to the ocean that I might go have a picnic and see if I can spot any whales or dolphins. That would be so fun. So I've got everything ready to go and I'm gonna go on my picnic lunch.